Everyone knows the saying, "My home is my castle," and everyone adds their own meaning to it. For some, home is the people who are always nearby and the atmosphere of the time spent with them, no matter in which city or country you are. For others, it's the building itself, filled with comfort, warmth, and memories. This is why teenagers are so eager to move, choosing travel and studying abroad rather than settling down in one place. Meanwhile, older generations prefer to live in one place, in a house tied to their whole life. At times like this, external circumstances can shatter the idyll. In today's world, a new building can rise in a few days and turn a whole family's life upside down. The story began in 2010 in the Chinese province of Guangdong when officials decided to demolish a plot of land on Huangdalu Street to build a road. Of course, the news wasn't welcomed by the locals. However, everyone was promised generous compensation and the opportunity to move to better conditions. By September of the following year, almost all of the 47 families and 7 companies had left the site. All except for Mrs. Liang. Her modest one-story house, only 430 square feet, just 40 square meters, was right in the heart of the construction zone. But the woman flatly refused to open the door to the builders and other agents. Even the authorities tried to convince her to move to another apartment or accept a cash compensation of $186,000, but every attempt was futile. Some sources claim that the options offered to her were unsatisfactory, while others say that Mrs. Liang demanded 4 apartments in exchange for her small home. Her previous life had been quiet and peaceful, so convincing her to leave was no easy task. There was neither time nor energy to persuade her, so a decision was made to build the road right around her house. In Chinese, this is called a nail house, dingziu, as locals have often refused to sacrifice their homes for new developments, and China's constitution protects private property. So sometimes the authorities have to find other solutions. Before building the overpass, the developers took into account all the nuances and safety concerns as they planned to squeeze the house between 2 busy roads. At that time, it seemed that Mrs. Liang couldn't imagine the future where her peaceful life would be disrupted, and she stubbornly stood her ground, making the situation seem like a matter of principle. And so, a year later, the Haizhulang Bridge surrounded her tiny 430 square foot house, leaving it in a pit. The builders, of course, ensured easy access to the house for its owner. However, whether Mrs. Liang was satisfied with the outcome remains a mystery. She has refused to comment to journalists, and in addition to the new road, the new problem became the tourists who come daily to glimpse this unusual landmark. Friends, what do you think? How long can this woman continue living under such conditions? Or do you think such determined individuals never admit their mistakes in situations like this? Be sure to share your opinion in the comments. Did you know that at 1,000 feet above ground, there's a secret room in the Eiffel Tower that hasn't been entered in 100 years? And do you know where unsold cars go? Honestly, it's a shocking sight, but one worth seeing.